This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Welcome, everybody, to the Customer Service Podcast, where we talk about the transaction from both sides of the counter. It's your man, Only K.
I'm Los with the most.
Big Don.
I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory about us, whether you just tuning in and you day one here with us, or you 100 episodes deep and finally listening. Me and Los here, we run a website and brick and mortar retail boutique shop. And all day, every day and night, we hear what people got to say, whether it's praise, hatred, mostly hatred, just complaints, the wildest nonsense complaints, just complete utter nonsense. So for a long time, we've been talking about this. We've been reading these comments and things. And finally, we hear episode 1. My man, Big Don over there, please tell him a little bit about yourself.
What's going on, loved ones? Big Don here. I grew up with these guys. I've known them for years. A little bit about myself. I currently work in finance. I used to work for a sports agent. So I'm pretty familiar when it comes to the sports. I gamble. So I'm here to share my picks with you guys and make you guys laugh.
That's Donnie Betts for you. That's Donnie
Let's
Betts
go,
for you.
Donnie Betts.
Speaking of gambling, tell us about the fight. Please, let's get into the fight, because
I don't know, man. I think Mystic Mac might have to retire.
Real quick, if you guys don't know, he's talking about the Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor number 3 fight that happened
Dustin Poirier,
last night.
trilogy.
Yeah, number 3 trilogy.
Number 3, yeah. First time around, Conor got him kind of early. This past January, Dustin took care of business. I think it was the second round. He put him down.
Business. He put the mitts on.
Yeah, I heard
real quick
a reporter at the press conference the other day say Conor hasn't had a W since Barack Obama was president. So,
damn.
So that's a lot. You know, I think he might have to, take some time off.
How long did he take time off before?
Well, he fought Floyd in between there.
I don't even count that.
So there's, he's making money. But anyway, he embarrassed himself last night, man. It was crazy.
I didn't see the fight.
It was right about the end of the first round. As soon as the time ran out, he broke his foot, and it was one of those ugly Chris Weidman foot breaks, like Anderson Silva. So I mean, it was a terrible thing for him to break his ankle, obviously, but it's an embarrassment, I think, at this point.
Tell the people what they want to know. How much money did you lose?
I'm a little bit of a parlayer. I'm a fool. All my friends or whoever I know that bets, they always call me an idiot because I like to parlay. But I parlay little bits here and there. If I like something, I'm gonna put something real on it. But if I'm just going through the day looking at the picks, I'll get a little soccer in there. Obviously, if it's UFC, we're gonna do like a 5-6 fight parlay. The finals are on now. NFL's coming back soon, so we got a lot to look at.
Hold on, you dodgers. How much did you lose on this fight?
On this number 3. Did you parlay this or did you?
Yeah, last night total I probably lost about $250.
No, I'm not.
It's not bad.
It's still
250,000.
I said I
Yo, if you got 250,000, you run this shit.
Yeah, that's it.
But all right. So we was talking about this a little bit before. Conor was talking greasy.
He was talking about the man's wife
from the ground.
Yeah, it was disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Damn.
I don't know about that.
Now, who was again? I didn't see the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the favorite?
Dustin was the favorite slightly. I think that Conor was plus 110. As the night went on, he was plus 112. But throughout the week leading up to it, from the weigh-ins and all that stuff the night before, Dustin was the favorite. Dustin took care of business last time, so they thought it was going to happen again, and it did. He was getting tagged the whole round. Conor did all right, but, it's unfortunate, but... I think they're going to fight again. We might have to do number 4.
They probably will.
We'll probably do number 4.
I'm not big on sports betting, even though I always want to get into it. I kind of like,
you shouldn't. Don't do it.
Listen, I do like to gamble. I mean, I'm more of a poker player than a sports bettor.
I like cards too.
Look, we're gonna talk about that. Just not right now.
Let's do it.
What is that plus? Explain to me the plus minus thing.
Sure. I mean, usually the plus minus. The plus is usually the dog, the underdog. Your minus, you're the favorite, and that's how the percentages go of how much you'll make versus what you put down. So So if you put, I forget the exact odds, plus 110 is not too much. You know what I mean? I think Sugar O'Malley last night was minus 1,000. I mean, you're not making nothing off that if you bet, $100, you're making like $10 or something, like something stupid like that.
So with the other guy, how you pronounce his name? Poirier?
Dustin Poirier.
So he was the favorite.
Yeah, he was the favorite.
So he would have been, if you bet on him and of course he won, then you made less money than if you bet on Conor, or did everybody bet on Conor?
Yeah, if you bet on the favorite and he wins, you're not making as much as if you bet on the dog and he wins because he's not expecting the dog to win.
So chances are everybody bet on the underdog being Conor McGregor.
I think they would have bet on Conor either way. Just from history, when he fought Nate Diaz, he lost last time and he got the rematch. He's good at making adjustments, and that's what I thought last night too, but I was wrong.
You was wrong.
I was wrong.
Look, yo,
wow.
Take note of that, because look, this is the
Mm.
customer service podcast, and I know you heard that saying before, the customer is always right. We know from about 10 years of experience with customers that they are always wrong. And it's like crazy how people come in, like for example, our shop, right? People will come in and we sell a lot of electronics, smoke shop stuff, a lot of different things. They'll come in looking for something specific, right? They'll tell you everything that they want, everything that they need. And then when they finally get it, they walk back into the store right afterwards because it's not at all what they needed to get. And it's like a problem. There's a big, you guys don't do no returns. Reminder, all sales are final. So when you leave about my shop, it's over. You done. So it's like, with you, Donnie, in sports management, what is that like? Like, somebody fucking, I don't know, what would happen? You get a sports injury and you come back and you let's say you were a contract player. How would that work out? Like, what happens to your contract?
The contract, I mean, that depends. I mean, it depends how serious the injury is. Depends on what, I guess we're talking professional, right?
Yeah,
professional. I mean, it all depends on the timetable. I mean, they still get paid. I mean, they get paid for games they play in, but I'm not too sure on the background.
You don't get that kickback, right?
Who's the customer?
Who's the customer?
Is it the agent? Is it the player? Is it the organization? Who's the customer in that sense?
It's the fan.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because look, there's exchanges on every level of the, the I guess the playing ground or every level of the business, right? So a player would be a customer to an agent, and
that's a different world. I mean, as far as like the owner, coaches, players, I mean, that's an organization, that's a franchise. They're moving as one, and they're selling a product to us, the fans. I mean, gambling or not gambling, if you're watching, you're taking part.
Yeah. I mean, like, exactly. I mean, we were what we call the end user, right? So we are watching the game. We buy the jerseys, the tickets, all that stuff. So we the end user, but there's still levels, right? So if I'm a player, I just got this contract, I get hurt, right? Now I gotta go to who? My agent? Because my agent is really selling me to the league. So I gotta go to my agent, and my agent tries to get a refund from the league.
It's different. I mean,
somebody owe me some money. Somebody owes some bread.
I mean, they got team doctors for that, but I mean, nowadays it's crazy because they'll go out, have their own doctor, have second opinions. Like Kawhi Leonard has had issues with the Spurs in that regard. He didn't agree with their diagnosis of an injury he had. He went and got his own team doctor, and then he wasn't playing for them anymore. It all depends on the situation and how serious it is. I mean, you got Jay Williams, who's been an announcer forever.
Right.
He was killing it at Duke for years. He gets in a motorcycle accident, you can't play no more.
So as the customer, it would be the organization, because I am paying you for a product, and you have not delivered the product that I am asking for. And I paid you millions and millions of dollars.
Jack, what if me, right? I want to go see the Nets play.
Okay. Why would you want to see the Nets
play? Look,
play?
listen. We in Jersey. I want to see the Nets play. They stole them from us.
No.
But
Never.
it's just to me, the Nets are still New Jersey. Even though they're in Brooklyn, they still New Jersey.
Just like the Giants and the Jets.
Yo, F the Giants, F the Jets. But what if I'm going to see a specific player play? You know, I want to see if I'm a Lakers fan or whatever. I want to see LeBron or whoever. I get my tickets to go see him.
You don't play.
He ain't playing.
Yeah,
Do I go back and be like, yo?
That's an issue too.
I want a refund.
Are you the casual fan or are you the dire fan? Because the casual fan would just show up to a game and not know anything.
That's true.
The real fan would know if he's injured, would know damn near his flight schedule when he's stepping on the court.
Look, the casual fans
I'll tell you
regular
this,
people. If
if I'm buying courtside seats, everybody and their mother better be playing that day.
If you're buying courtside seats, you're not gonna be bothered.
Nah,
You don't think so? You want to see a G League game that you paid $3,000 for?
Now it's crazy because they have load management. So like, if he comes in and he's groggy or any type of injury, I mean that just happens nowadays.
So again, being the organization, I feel duped as the customer. Prime example with the Nets.
I agree with that.
Kyrie Irving. Load management all you want, and y'all ain't even give me a chip this year. Somebody owe me some money.
Disrespectful.
Do they still sell season tickets?
I bet they do, at probably more of the price. Consider what's going on.
Bro. And he snapped his ankle or some shit in the middle of the season. I want my money back.
I need my money back.
But
it's part of the game.
All sales are final.
Not fair right now.
All sales are
final. So
I can't. No refunds.
I can't do nothing.
All sales are final.
All sales are final, and that's like honestly, whoever came up with that was a genius, and they probably had the same problems we have. It's like, yo, I don't know. This probably happened in like the 1800s. These motherfuckers keep coming back with this barley and this wheat, talking about it's too brown. All sales are final. It's just too crazy. It's, but at the same time, if you buy something that chances are you're not getting nothing back, ain't no refunds and none of that. Like you when it comes to like buying a car, you do your research, right? You're gonna find out if you about safety, you want to buy what has the best safety features. Does it have the automatic braking and whatever? You do all your research there, but anything else you will not do. You don't do no research?
I don't think that. Oh, I do my research.
I know you do.
I don't think the average person cares. I think the average person wants to get sold on a vehicle. They have an idea of what they want, what they like, maybe a color. They seen somebody else. I think the average person, they go in wanting the base model, and it's up to me as the dealer or as the representative to sell you on the leather seats, the tow package, even though you don't have a boat or a trailer. I got to sell you on the 20-inch rims, even though you're 65. It's up to me. And you feel good about that at the end of the day.
You do make kind of a point in that people, despite thinking they know what they want, they actually have no idea what they want. I know when I go into a place, with the exception of, certain things, like if I'm buying a car, or if it's clothes, you're dealing with sizes, et cetera, so it's very specific. You want to try it on, this, that, and the third. But anything else, I typically, to be honest, don't know exactly what I want. I'll go in. Prime example, we grocery shop. Everybody does grocery shopping. You go in that grocery store expecting to get 8 things. Maybe you want to only spend $70, $80. You spend double the amount. Because you had no idea. You got sold by people not even selling to you directly. I know.
Yo, facts.
Look, man, my guilty pleasure is cereal, right? So when I see that colorful box, or if you got glitter on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
you sound sick right now.
I'm getting it. I didn't know what I wanted until you told me what I wanted. That happens in the store all the time. People come in, they want one thing. We got, we sell convenience items too. So maybe you came in for a pack of cigarettes. You left with 5 other things.
At our location, for those of you listening, at our location, we see a wide spectrum of people.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, it's an understatement. We're not new to this. We're true to this. We've been doing this for about 10 years. And believe it or not, we actually have great customer service. We go above and beyond for the customer.
Y'all do.
However, you guys can be some assholes sometimes.
What? Yo.
The prime example, we had some guy come into our store maybe 2 weeks ago. He was looking for a specific product. The product he was describing didn't match his needs, what he was telling me. I went through a wide array of items in the store to really narrow it down. I didn't just sell him what he wanted on the first try because I don't want to deal with you when you come back and you're upset. Went through a wide variety of things. He was adamant. This is what I want. Right here, this one. Sir, that's not for you. Trust me. Go with this option. It's better. You'll like it. Long story short, gentleman spends about $80-$90. Within a matter of 30 minutes, he's back in the store.
He's back.
This isn't what I wanted. This isn't how I hit.
But I told
Looked
you.
him dead in his face and told him, this is exactly what you asked for, and I tried to tell you not. So what happened? He kept the device that he spent $90 for, and he spent another $50. When
Score
you could
one
have
for
less.
us.
Score one for us. So absolutely, you know.
Put some
No
numbers on the
backboard.
board.
You know what I mean? No backboard. This is cash from the 94-foot line. But this is what happens. The customer always thinks that they're right. Certain places, absolutely. If you're going into a shady place and you know it's shady and you know what you want, go for it. We run an establishment. This is boutique. This isn't your run-of-the-mill, you know.
This ain't no middle of the mall
Yeah,
shit.
this ain't no
This
middle
ain't
of
no
the mall
corner
shit.
store.
This
You
ain't no
coming
corner shit.
to a
You
spot
coming
that's
in
curated.
and we treat you like royalty. However, I have no problem telling you your opinion is wrong when it comes to my industry or the industry that we've been in for almost a
Almost
decade.
10 years. Yeah, it's been a minute. I think we should give some undue attention to a customer. He might get banned though. His name.
we have banned a couple people from the shop.
His name. I'm not gonna give you his last name because his first name is pretty broad and it could be anybody. His first name is Michael.
Oh
right?
my God.
This man came to us to get a product based off a review that he read on the website. Bet. I mean, the review was good. It told everything about the product that we sold.
Multiple reviews.
Multiple reviews.
It's not like it
product
was
has
just
probably
one.
like 20
There was
reviews.
probably at least 20, 25 reviews on this one product. So from there, think of it as Amazon. I know me, now Amazon has video up. I'm watching
That's fire too. I like that.
For a week and a half, I'm watching people vacuum their rug so I can make sure I get the right vacuum for myself. And I still ended up buying a shitty vacuum.
But
By the way, we'll come back to this real quick. Just spend the money, folks. Skip the cheap shit. Skip the $40 vacuum. Just get the Dyson or something, or the $500 vacuum. You'll save
he's
yourself.
right, but I'm also a person that will squeeze every penny. But let's get back to Michael. So Michael came, he got something based off the reviews and turned around, came back maybe a day or two later and said that he wanted to return this item because the reviews
lied to him.
more or less.
You guys out there in the world, you lied to Michael. That's messed up.
Not to mention, the man used the product not just one time, but multiple times. So you want to come and use something, bring it back and be like, you know what? Reviews had a 5-star. I would give it a 3-star. I want to return this. Like, what? Nah.
I know you guys hear the passion. I know you guys hear the passion. This is what we do. So we really care about the products we sell and the customers we sell them to.
This is a downgraded version of the emotion that we feel when you come through with this bullshit.
Give him how many emails did Michael send us?
Yo, he sent us another email. What's today? As we're recording this is Sunday. This was Friday, but he tried to hit us with the, hey, can you use this with it? Like as if you just didn't send us 30 emails. Yo, and not only did you send us to our direct email, we got a side email for just like not general questions,
just more info based.
Yeah, for like if you want more information, please, email that. He hit that. We have a email newsletter. Oh my gosh, the web chat, the email newsletter. Nobody responds to the email newsletter. It says in the subject, no reply. You still hit the newsletter.
Get out.
10, 15 times.
Get out.
You know what? I'm gonna have to get some of the emails because y'all probably don't really. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna bleed his name out and post him up there for people to see with the type of shit that we go through with people.
And then you guys can tell us if we're right or if we're wrong.
We might be completely wrong. We're probably complete assholes, and we just think that we do it a really good job. But from my perspective, we do a great job. We try to help you. I might even troubleshoot some shit for you. We got videos up. I might send you a video.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of troubleshooting, I can only troubleshoot so much via a text message, via an email. I cannot take your device for you and teach you troubleshooting skills such as screwing on an adapter to your piece. I cannot via email tell you how you should hold your device in your hand when I don't know if it's facing north towards the North Star or south towards the equator.
You know what people want? You buy a pack of cigarettes. I want you to open it. I want you to light it. I want you to put it in your mouth. I want you to smoke it, and I want the smoke to come out of my lungs. That's how people think. You do it. You put it together. I want all the enjoyment, and then I want to blame you when some shit goes wrong.
It's not enough smoke.
Yo, that's what he said.
You didn't hit it long enough for me. What is wrong with you?
I got to get you on a side segment with just the low voice. I hate all you, like all that kind of voice. So one question I have is like, and I try to ask myself this question, but I guess I'm on the one side of the counter too much where I'm from the inside trying to look out, which doesn't really work that well. I can't, it's hard for me to reel back and take in the big picture as far as what people are thinking when they go into a store or talking to even an insurance, whatever it is, where you are on the actual side of you buying something, you are the customer. What do you think, like, what goes through your mind when you go buy something? Now, granted, you go into a bodega, you try and get a pack of woods, or you just grabbing the water real quick. You're probably on autopilot. You just go in, get the water, get out. But bigger purchases, bets. What's going through your mind buying this stuff? Like, what makes you want to buy? Like, we spent all this time thinking that it's commercials and all this stuff. I don't pay any attention to commercials. So when it's time to buy something, like what's the psychology behind it? Like,
let's start with the NBA Finals, because it's that time. For those of you listening or watching, the Suns are playing the Bucks right now, and Game 3.
Game 3 Look, by the time you hear this, I hope the Suns won. Chris Paul
needs that. Yeah, he needs that. Suns are fucked?
Suns in 4.
Oh, okay. Suns in 4. Suns are they're up 2-0 right now. But before we get sidetracked, so who'd you pick in the finals?
Phoenix, baby. I had Phoenix a couple of rounds ago.
Is it an emotional attachment because of we all know Chris Paul?
No.
Or do you think that Phoenix could actually beat them?
No, they're balling. I'm a Bucks hater, bro. Nobody's scared of a deer. Fear the deer. Get out of here.
Fear the deer.
Yeah.
It's a buck, man. It's a majestic creature.
Nah, we don't do that, man. I'm a Raptors fan anyway. I'll have my hat on next week.
But what was the basis behind that? What was your psychological looking at this game?
Are you looking at stats?
I'm looking at the whole game. I mean, you have to understand basketball is like poetry, man. It's probably the prettiest game to watch, I think. So, I mean, yeah, for me at least.
I love basketball.
For me,
I think basketball and soccer are very, very. There's a little more to it.
It's like a romance to it.
Yeah, like football, you stop, you gotta go back, you stop. Basketball, you gotta go back and play defense. So I mean, for me, it's like it's a little more near and dear. But when I see Phoenix play, I mean, I saw them in the first round. They smoked everybody. I mean, the Clippers were here and there. Book came, out of nowhere. I mean, he's been working hard over there by himself. Yeah. They've been the first pick. They balled last year in the bubble. They got Ayton, who is like in crazy stat company now as far as his field goal percentage. He's like Wilt and Bill Russell as far as
that's it right there. So you looking at the whole game.
The whole picture.
For me, just thinking about it, it's an emotional attachment to me. I like seeing Giannis ball, right? He's big.
He's young, but he's still young. He's still got time to get his.
But I've been watching Chris Paul for years, and I'm like,
He
yeah, he's
hasn't
the
gotten one.
last. I wonder what them State Farm commercials gonna look like when they do win, if they do win. But I want him to get a chip. I want him to get a chip.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your team? Your favorite
I'm a Raptors guy by forever.
since before Kawhi.
Since Dreamcast.
There you go. That's a
Who was
fan.
Dreamcast
So
was
90, 90s.
Nah, hell nah.
Since I saw that
90
dive.
something,
99.
97,
99.
97, something like that.
That's crazy.
So there's no, being that we're all the same generation,
Yeah.
you have no emotional attachment to CP3. So if CP3 were on the
It's
Bucks
disrespectful.
and it was him and Giannis were switched, would
Yeah.
you still take the Suns?
But say that again. Giannis was on the Suns.
If Giannis was on the Suns and
Yeah.
CP3 was on the Bucks, would you still take the Suns? And they were still balling, still same scores, still same
That's
results.
tough because I'm not. I'm not a big Giannis guy. I mean, I respect his game. I mean, I think he still has work to do. But I mean, I've always liked Chris. But if you asked me 10 years ago, Chris Paul or Darren Williams, I'm saying Darren Williams. I love Chris, but I mean, I'm happy he's gonna get one this year. But it's not. I don't have any emotional attachment to Chris. I mean, Book is balling and they're rolling right now. You know.
Let me ask you this: if I could give you, not necessarily proof, is there a way that I can persuade you, being that the Suns are up 2-0 in the finals? Is there a way that I can persuade you that the Bucks would beat the Suns?
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Not this year.
Not
Cut
this
it
year.
out. Cut it out.
Not
The
this
customer's always right.
Nah. Check it out. This is where
year. I
you're
was
wrong.
wrong.
here.
I was wrong yesterday, but tonight I know I'm gonna be right tonight.
Check it out though. You look at the whole game. So if something dramatic was to happen in the game, if Book go down,
Book goes down.
Look at that Atlanta game.
you know,
That was
somebody
a
fouls
swing.
out. Many things include, mainly the stats would affect it. So if the stats change, if a player is down, I'm pretty sure I could persuade you, or Los could persuade you. Nah, it's not the Suns game.
I'm telling